So I just have a couple of shout outs that I wanted to give tonight before we got started. First, I wanted to congratulate one of our newer coaches, Cindy, for being halfway to Emerald Coach. So congratulations to Cindy. That's so exciting. I'm so happy for you. I think she has another one too on the way. Hi, Olivia. She's just so cute. And I'd like to congratulate Enos. She literally is one coach away from hitting diamond. She's so close, and I'm really excited for her. And I know that there are a bunch of other coaches too who are so close to becoming diamond. So great job and congratulations. Does anyone have anybody else that they want to give a shout out to before we get started? If you do, you can just unmute the line. No, none. Okay. All right. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about the value in Shakeology, getting you to have the belief in Shakeology and getting others to have the belief in the value in it, and talking about one of the biggest objections that you can overcome with it, which is price. So right away, when you're talking about Shakeology, you set yourself up for price objection right away if you're trying to promote it solely as either a protein shake or a weight loss shake, especially because there's so many other protein shakes out there and weight loss shakes on the market that are much cheaper. So what we want to do when we're talking about Shakeology to people is we want to get them on Shakeology for the long haul, and we want to focus on the fact that it's better for you for your health and focus on the health benefits of it versus talking about using it just for weight loss. So a byproduct of good health leads to weight loss, and it doesn't work the other way around. So usually, people who are trying to lose weight just on their own, it's usually, like, not all the time, it's not really that healthy. Like, they're usually lacking certain vitamins in their body. They're not eating the right amounts of certain food groups, and so they're lacking that. But with Shakeology, you're giving all of that to your body every single day. Your body is getting exactly what it needs. And in turn, over the course of time, you naturally start to lose weight because you're eating so healthy. So you start to build value with the Shakeology based on that, if you focus on the health benefits. When health comes first, when you're talking to people with Shakeology, people tend to stick with it, and they tend to see the value in it. Whereas if they're on it solely for weight loss, so if someone gets on it because they want to lose like 15 pounds and you're preaching to them about how, if you try Shakeology, it'll help you lose weight, blah, blah, blah. As soon as they reach their goal and they lose that weight, they're going to associate that with the Shakeology and think they don't need it anymore, and then they'll end up canceling. So they'll only be on it for just a limited time. So we want to create people who will, a clientele that will be on it for the long haul because it's so healthy for you. So we need to be able to get them to see the bigger picture of Shakeology. Healthier people, when you guys are trying to target people, a lot of times healthier people are easier to target and are easier to jump on board and try it versus people who, have never tried anything to try to improve their health at the time. And the reason why is because, sorry, just trying to get comfortable here. The cushion's so flat from sitting on it every night for 5 hours. But healthy people, they tend to be more in tune with their bodies and how it feels and how they feel when they're healthy and when they're eating the right things and when they're working out. They know the value of proper nutrition. So they're more likely to spend, the money on something that's going to improve the quality of their health because they value that. And I was listening to a top coach talk before on a call. And I know that we always talk about, target your market, like find your ideal coach. So like focus on people in your age range and things like that. And we definitely should still stick with that and primarily try to go after your target range. But she was saying, don't be afraid to go outside of your age range and try to target people. The reason why is because a lot of times people who are in their like 20s and 30s, they're not thinking long-term, like down the road. They're not worried about getting sicknesses or diseases or coming down with anything like that. They tend to be focused more on the short term and focused on primarily just weight loss. So typically the younger crowd, they're not probably going to be on it for that long of time because they're just looking more short term. Whereas if you start to reach out to people who are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, those people are around other people who are coming down with sicknesses, unfortunately, and they're seeing things happen to their friends and other family members. So it becomes more real to them, and they're more willing at that point to spend the money and just do whatever it takes to help them become healthier, because they know the true value in it. They're not really focused so much on weight loss at that point. They just are solely concerned with their health, because honestly, if you don't have your health, I mean, you have nothing. So, and don't be afraid to reach out to people who are older, older than you, and try to, help them and find out, if they have any diseases maybe that are in their family, or if people have come down with sicknesses, and explain to them how Shakeology can help them. So let me see, a couple of tips here. So when you're signing somebody up for Shakeology, you always want to find out what the customer's why is. So why they're getting on Shakeology, and then you want to address it with them. Whether they're signing up as a coach or a customer, you always want to find out what's their reason for doing this, and then help them and guide them through it. Successful people in this business are people who are really good listeners. So, you'll find that a lot of times you don't even really need to do that much talking. It's more about listening, and listening to what they are looking to accomplish and what their needs are and what their goals are for their health, and then going from there. And everyone can use the benefits of good health. A couple tips too. I know we talked a lot about before, like giving samples and things like that away. And honestly, I haven't used and I haven't given away any samples. And a good tip is really just, I wouldn't refer to it as samples, because if you say that, people are going to automatically assume that it's free. Whereas if you just phrase it as, I have an individual packet, or I have individual packets, and then put a price on it. So you could do like $5, or you could do like $6 if you were going to mail it to them. That way, they can start to see that it's actually valuable. It's worth something because you're putting a price on it. Whereas if it's free, they tend to kind of knock the value of it. And honestly, it's all about showing them the value of Shakeology. People will buy into anything if they can see the value in it. You see it all the time. People will buy pocketbooks worth hundreds of dollars. Why will people buy the Lexus over the Toyota? Makeup, there's all kinds of things. The reason why people are willing to spend that money is because they see the true value in what they're buying. They see value in it. They can make that connection to it. So it's our job to try to get people to see the true value with using Shakeology and what it can do for them and for their health. Yeah, they'll lose weight down the road, but honestly, it's not the weight loss. It's not a weight loss shake. It is solely and primarily used to improve your health in so many different ways. And yes, of course, if you keep using it, you'll be getting healthier and healthier, and you'll in turn lose weight. And there is a lot of protein in it, but it's so far away from a protein shake or a weight loss shake. So whatever you do when you're talking to people about it, make sure that you don't come out and try to preach that Shakeology is, a weight loss shake. Always focus on that it's for the health benefits, and talk about, what it's done for you, what you've seen people that you've signed up, what you've seen it do for them. So I've had so many people sign up that they were on so many different medications before for, just anything, just like high blood pressure, anxiety, depression. And I mean, they've been able to get off a lot of those medications because of Shakeology, because of the health benefits that it brings you. So we want to always keep the health benefits of Shakeology as the number one goal and the push when we're talking to people about this. When you sign someone up, always encourage them to take a before picture, even if they're not looking to lose weight, because they'll surprise themselves as they take pictures, one picture every single week. It'll help keep them motivated because they'll be feeling themselves get healthier. They'll be able to talk about the benefits of it and see what it's done for them. They've gotten more energy. Maybe it's helped them with their blood pressure. Maybe it's lowered now. Maybe they're sleeping better now because of it. Maybe they're more alert, different things like that. And then they'll be able to see themselves also losing a little bit of weight along the way. So it's really motivating for them. When you sign them up too, make sure that you reach out to them. And when you reach out to them, tell them like how to use the Shakeology. So when I sign up people, I always tell them, and I write it right in there, make sure that you are using the Shakeology every single day to replace one meal a day. And then I always say, I use mine for breakfast every single day, and this is what it's done for me. I have so much more energy now. I don't have any more cravings anymore. I feel more focused during the day. I don't have that drop in energy around like 2 or 3 like I used to get. It's helped cut our costs for our grocery bill down a little bit, because I don't need to buy all those breakfast foods that I used to buy. So you want to make sure you say that, because you don't want people, it's not that you don't want people to feel like this is an additional cost. It shouldn't be an additional cost. This is to be used to be replacing one meal. So it should be helping them cut the cost somewhat in their bill. So once they order, always check in, wait about like maybe 6 days and just check in, make sure that they got it, and then come up with a plan for them. And I know you think that, you'd think it would be so simple, right? For people to just make a shake every single day. It takes like not even a minute, right? But the truth is, a lot of people will still say they don't have time to make the shake, and they won't drink it every single day. So when you reach out to them that first time, come up with a plan and ask them, so when do you plan on getting in your shake every day? So that way you can kind of learn about their schedule and what their day is going to be like, so that they have a plan in place of when they plan on making this and when they plan on using it every single day. Once you do that, check in again 6 days after that, after now they've been using it for almost a good week, and just follow up with them and see how they feel after they've been using it every day, and have them, just do more listening, just see if they've noticed any kind of differences and see what they tell you. And because you really want to stay connected with them, and you want to make sure that they know how to make the Shakeology drink. So whenever I sign somebody up and I send them the Welcome to Beachbody email, I always give them my favorite Shakeology recipe. I tell them exactly how to make it, telling them that, of course, you're probably going to have to tweak this a little bit, because everybody likes different amounts of, liquid in it. I tend to like more like 10 to 12 ounces, whereas some people like, less and like it really, really thick. So you're going to need to tweak it a little bit. Don't give up on the first try. If you're not 100% in love with it, just each day when you try it, tweak it a little bit till you find your perfect recipe, and make sure that you are drinking it every single day so that you can see and feel the full benefits of it. Because if you're only drinking it, a couple times a week, it's really not going to work. It kind of already is like a waste of money if they do it like that, because they're not consistent with it. This isn't one of the things where you can have one shake and feel great and then like not have it for 2 days and do it again and, feel awesome from it. Like, it has to be done and something that you do and incorporate into your lifestyle every single day. So I make sure that they know that. And I send them all the recipes too. I attach whatever flavor they order. I attach the recipes, and I tell them, find a good recipe that you like. And, you will have to still follow up with them, because I noticed that when I send people all those recipes, I assume they're going to pick one of those recipes and try it. And then when I go to check in with them and ask them how they like it, they say they don't like it. And I'm always shocked when people say that, And so I'm like, well, how did you make it? And a lot of times they'll say, oh, I just shook it up with water. And it's like, oh no, like, of course you didn't really like it. Like, I don't really like it that way either if you just shake it up with water. Try one of the recipes, and here's how I make mine. You can try it like this. If you like chocolate and peanut butter and banana, try it like this. So make sure you're working with them, on finding a recipe that they really like. And another tip too, and I'm going to start doing this because I thought this was really a really good tip, but use Facebook as a way to educate people on Shakeology, and a way for you to just increase the belief in the product and really, really trust in the product and understand the value that it brings to your life by just researching, the different ingredients that are in it. There's 70 different superfoods in it. They help with so many different things. It can help with, inflammation. It can help with, a lot of people have, a reduced or poor immune system, and they're constantly getting sick. And if they're constantly sick, they probably have a lot of stress in their life, which leads to more sickness, and then they're prone to getting more sicknesses and diseases down the line. It can help with that. It provides all the great amount of antioxidants, and all these things can help with your health in so many different ways. So make sure that you can research it, and you can even pick like one of the superfoods that's in it, and kind of do like a little like blurb on your Facebook page about it, so that people can start to learn about it. Because honestly, a lot of people, like I said, they think it's just a protein shake. That's what they think it is. And they think it's, outrageous, because, honestly, if it was a protein shake, that's ridiculous. It is a lot of money, but there are so many other protein shakes out there that you can get for less money. And that's why it's our job to teach them that it's not a protein shake, and to show them what it can do for their health if they try it. So I'm going to start doing that too. I'm going to start, picking like a certain ingredient on it and learning about it, and then just kind of posting it, an example on it, so that way people can see. Because honestly, they're not going to find anything, on a shelf in any store that comes close to the amount of superfoods that is in Shakeology. I mean, it's broken down to the most natural state it can be broken down into. It's, has all the whole fruits, whole veggies, superfoods, and it's broken right down. It's as clean as can be. So that's our job, is to be able to teach them the health benefits of it. Let me just check my notes here and see if I missed anything. I think that's pretty much it. But again, I just can't stress enough that if we really, really, truly focus on the health benefits of Shakeology, our chances of having people in it for the long haul really, really significantly, rises. Whereas if you say it's just for the weight loss, they'll probably just do it for like 2 months, and then, that'll be it. Did you guys have any questions? I think we have some questions here in the chat. Let me just read.
Yeah, there's just a comment.
Oh, yeah.
I have a girl that just signed up as a customer, but somehow something happened with her Social Security number, because she just got married and her name didn't match up. So she didn't end up being a coach under me, but they kept her as a customer. Mm-hmm. And so she started 21 Day Fix, tried her Shakeology, and she's like, I don't like it. And I gave her different recipes and everything. She's like, yeah, I'm just not into it. But part of me wants to go back to her and be like, even though you don't like it, are you willing to just keep trying it and finish this bag and see what it does for you?
Exactly. So, honestly, yeah, that's a really good idea, Carrie. That's what I recommend too to people. I've had plenty of people that have said, I don't really like it, or I think I might return it. And always just try to tell them, listen, the health benefits of Shakeology and what it's going to do to you, it is worth it for you to try it every single day for an entire month. If you try it for an entire month and you drink it every single day, and you can seriously look me in the face and tell me that you don't feel any different, you don't see any differences at all in your energy levels, cravings haven't gone away, just the way you feel in general, and you still don't like it, okay, fine. Then at least you can say you tried it and maybe it wasn't for you. But I can guarantee that if you tweak the recipes and you drink it every single day, the way that it makes you feel after drinking it for 1 to 2 weeks, you are not going to want to miss a day. It's not, it's one of those things where it's like when you're drinking it, you don't really notice 100% like how awesome you feel. It's on the days that you seriously miss it where you notice how awesome it is and how great it makes you feel. It's like, I always go back to that story when I went to Colorado. I had been drinking Shakeology for like a good 5 months at that point. And, I was loving the way I felt. And then when I went to Colorado and I didn't have it, that's when I realized like how good it really made me feel, because I was just so sluggish and like just blah without it. And it just really made me realize like, wow, this has made like a huge difference in the way that I feel and my energy levels and everything. Like I can't miss a day. So like now I can't miss a day of like Shakeology, otherwise I go nuts.
Yeah, and also about the different age range. One of my mom's former coworkers wanted to sign up for the 21 Day Fix, and Sally, she was in the Coach University. She's like super busy with work right now, so can't totally participate, but she is so into it, and I was not expecting that at all.
Oh,
and
that is
really
great.
excited about once all this is done at the end of the month, she's ready to like jump in. So, and she's almost 60, and my dad wants to do it, and he's 60. So I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
so it's exciting with the different age range, and it's a niche, but it's not our age. It's not our age range, but they can do it. They need it. So
Exactly. It
yeah.
is true because yeah, when I was listening to that, I was like, oh yeah, that makes like such perfect sense, because it is true. Like people that are like younger tend to be more about like, oh, I just need to get rid of this last 10 to 15 pounds. Like, what do I need to do to get rid of it? And then, they're looking to kind of like save money in every way possible. They're not willing to, really see the long-term benefits of it. It's like people, who go tanning and stuff. They don't really think, it's like, oh, it's not going to kill me right now. I'm not going to get cancer right this second. They don't really think, down the road, how bad that could be for you. It's the same thing with Shakeology. They're not really thinking, how this can help them long term. So yeah, definitely try reaching out. If you have, family members who are older, or just like, people that you work with who are older, and, they tend to, they're having some struggles, talk to them about it. And, just, you can even just do a little bit of research on, like I said, on some of the ingredients in it and how it can help you and the benefits of it, and just approach it that way to people. Let me see. I think I have another question in here, maybe. Wait, what is it? Wait. Oh, shared. Yeah. I was like, I couldn't read it like over and over again. I'm like reading the same thing. I'm like, wait, what does it say? I know. So funny. Does anybody else have anything that they want to add to this, or any questions that they have on just, like talking to people about Shakeology and or anything like that, about like the price or objections? I mean, that's the biggest objection when you go to reach out to people and you tell them the price. It's always, oh, that's too much money. So that's why it's so important for us to be able to show them the value that it can bring to them. And then if we can get them to see that, they're going to be so much more willing to try it out. So this goes back to just talking about what it's done for you, giving like specific examples of how it's helped you, listening to what they're looking to achieve for their goals, and using people that you've signed up in the past, and like constantly maybe reaching out to them even, and getting feedback from people that you've signed up, and find out, since you've been using Shakeology, I'm just curious, what are some of the positive changes that you've noticed, and just keep a list of it, save the document, with the person's name, write how it's helped them. So that way when you are, because, as you're in this for the long haul, you're not going to be able to remember every single person like you've signed up and exactly what it's done for them. So if you check in with people and just ask them, hey, how are you liking the Shakeology? What are some of the positive, changes that you've noticed since you've been drinking it? Jot it down. And then that way when you're reaching out to people and you're trying to show them the value of it, you can have those examples there that you can just pull up and use to show them. Right here. Yeah, Carrie just said, I know that I need to be confident in the research and ingredients and what they do to share the value of the product. And yeah, it is true. And that's why I think, guys, if we can focus on just one post a week on your wall, just one post a week of one of the ingredients in Shakeology, one of the superfoods, and how it can help you, and connect it to, what it's done for you, I think that will really help, you gain more confidence yourself too with the product. Because I do still think that, until we really truly see the value of it, the price even to like coaches is going to seem a little expensive. So until we get to realize the true value of it and what it can do for us, then that confidence will kind of come right along with it. And then when you're talking to people about it, you won't be worried, you won't be nervous, you'll just be able to talk about it, freely and openly and with 100% confidence. Oh, Lauren says, I have a hard time pronouncing most of the things in it. I know, it's true. Some of the ingredients are hard to pronounce. Oh my gosh. Does anybody have anything else they wanted to add? No. Okay. Well, I think that's I think that's pretty. Oh, I have to say it was amazing. Full pat. Carrie, she's so funny. This group is hilarious. Oh my gosh, this group is so funny. Well, you guys are doing awesome. I hope this was, yeah, we can live vicariously. I know, seriously, as it was pouring rain today and just so dreary and cold. Seriously, I was downstairs working out and I came upstairs and like the heat was on, like so hot. And I was like, oh, for a second I can just pretend that it's like the heat from, like a tropical island or something.
Aren't you going to Cancun next week?
I am, thank God.
Then we'll live vicariously through you.
I know, but
can you see my sunburn? No, I'm just kidding.
I know. Well, you get to live in sunny weather all the time, though. You're so lucky.
You all can come visit anytime.
I know. Trust me. As soon as I have the extra cash, I am there.
Yeah.
I am not waiting.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, guys. All right. Well, I don't want to keep you guys all night, but if no one has anything else to say, then I guess that's pretty much it. And I will put up the recording tonight so that way you guys can tag any of your coaches that weren't able to, hop on and listen. And if anything comes up, just feel free to, give me a shout like always. But keep up the great work. You guys are doing awesome. I'm really proud of you all. You're all such hard workers and seriously so disciplined and motivated, and I love it. I love all your dedication. It shows. It really does. So I hope you guys know that. All right, guys. I know I love you guys too so much. All right, bye, guys.